along the west coast of Florida. We're looking at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off and running from Raymond James. On the return, here's Nico Remigio. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Bringing him out and celebrating now a decade in the NFL. This is Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that's going to give the Chiefs a first down.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, but you can't do it better than that.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Play action, Mahomes. He'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he's going to be forced out after he picks up about 19 yards. And that earns Kansas City the first down.
So an explosive run, followed by an explosive pass. You can't ask for much more than that on the opening drive.
First down from the 42. The first carry now, Deshaun Smith. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Walker on first down. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, they need 7. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. To the air, Mahomes. Chased out to his right. He's going to run for it. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal units and Harrison Butker headed out. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Butker knocks it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
All in all, Kate, I'm going to call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So here now are the Buccaneers on offense to begin their first drive. Steering the ship, approaching a decade now in the NFL, the former #1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield.
Baker's just one of these guys. I guess spark plug, Kate, honestly. Like, spark plug just comes to my mind as he's sparked his career, really turning it around after being cut and traded. And every time he takes the field, it's must-see TV.
Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Ryan begins with a run by Irving. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Irving on the counter. And he won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they could be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. And good luck hanging on through that contact. The hit knocked it free, and that forces 4th down. Possibly an early indicator of where they're going to want to go when they want important yards, Brock. Didn't need that much on 3rd down, but they chose to throw for it instead of run it.
Yeah, one of the things about that down and distance is you typically get man-to-man coverage. So I don't mind that call, being aggressive, but you got to find a way to execute.
Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now for the 2nd time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He's brought down here, but they will take it 18 yards and a 1st.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Here's Mahomes now. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Throwing is Mahomes. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. This is going to be a big game, Brock. He's tackled after about 21 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Chiefs.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Kelsey's got it right side. And he's going to be forced out of bounds with a gain of, looks like, about 4.
It's just kind of the type of play Why you name a position like this tight end? Because it's going to be tight throws into contested windows, and you got to get the job done with people all around you.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on second down. Now it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Kelsey again. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Rice, the motion man right. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still first down.
Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Here's Mahomes. He brings it in. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Mahomes. Brought in. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. He gets it out left, and it's caught. To the pylon, and he will get there. Touchdown, Chiefs. Xavier Worthy scoring there to end an 8-play drive. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they take a 10-0 lead here in our first quarter.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So as the Buccaneer offense heads back out, let's take a look at their coordinator, Zach Robinson. It's first year running the Bucs offense for the former NFL QB. He was with the rival Falcons the last 2 years. And before that, he was a trusted assistant of Sean McVay with the Rams. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Baker. He's got a Neka and Buka. He's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. So give him, it looks like about 7.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Here's Mayfield on second. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. He's brought down after a big play, giving him about 19 yards. And that will set up a Bucs first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation could create the big play down the field.
On first down, they're going to run with Irving. And the ball is going to remain at midfield as he is stopped at the line, no gain.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
And 10 at the 50-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Baker. Catch made left side by Abuka. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They've got 3rd and 5 now after the last completion got him 5. Mayfield will look to throw. That's brought in downfield by Otten. Contact is made, and that's going to take him out of bounds. Gain of about 21 on the play. And that is good for a Tampa Bay first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
He's got it over the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
You often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Looked like a first for a moment, but still a couple of inches left to go. 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And stopped at the 1. All right, so they're going to have to get that final yard. They're going to have to earn it. First and goal.
14 yards.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1-yard line.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of 1. The Chiefs in control so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Ready to go with our 2nd quarter. Buccaneers with the ball and a chance to score. And this one's going to end up incomplete. Just too tough to hang on through that contact. It's going to make it 2nd and goal. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And he's going to be taken down as this defense shows some backbone. Great stand to get him at the 2. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still 3rd down.
Now that delay of game certainly ups the difficulty on this 3rd down. They need 7. Baker now. Nowhere to go with it, and he's planted. They got him at the 16. Felix and Udike Uzama. And it's going to lose 9 as well as bring up 4th and goal.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
33-yard attempt.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Mejio with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Chiefs and Xavier Worthy back in possession here. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. So the offense trying to flex a little creativity on that 1st down, and the defense, well, they flex right back. No gain. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll send him over right. Working on 2nd down. Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. A big play there from the Chiefs. 34 yards.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Back to throw Mahomes. He's got his man. This is Walker. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then. And the running back's still doing it to this day.
Mahomes is set. Here's 1st and 10. And he's only missed once. Looking good across his first 12 passes of this game. I'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. So give him, it looks like about 7.
I got a hunch, as busy as this tight end has been here in the 1st half, this defense, they're going to make some adjustments. And I think it started right there. A whole lot tighter coverage that time.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Walker now from the gun. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. Coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. To the air, Mahomes. This is going to be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy. First return score, and now he's got a receiving one, too. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Butker to try the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they now lead by 14 points.
Buccaneers 3.
Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Gainwell. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He completes it in traffic. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
This is Irving on second. Brought down after a gain of about 5. That gives them a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
At the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Right back to Irving now. They get to him, take him down after a gain of 3. And that is good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Baker now off the play fake. Brought in left side by Godwin. And he's going to get about 3, but almost nothing after that. Tackle made quickly after he made the catch.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 49-yard line.
Picked up a few on that 1st down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. Man in motion out of the slot. On second down, Mayfield. That's a catch, Jalen McMillan. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get an even 10 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Baker is set, 1st and 10, and he is now 8 of 10 after that last completion. They're going to pitch it out to Irving. He dodged the tackle, and he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Baker to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be contained after a modest gain to the 31. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week. And I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
Complete beyond the marker. And it's just going to be a modest gain of about 4, but that is still enough to pick up the first down for him.
That's good.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Baker is set, 1st and 10. Staying busy, staying perfect on these series. 5 for 5 throwing the ball. Tight end in motion right. Irving on the inside give. Has some space inside the 15. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
And not going to get a snap here. We have arrived at our 2-minute warning. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Mayfield. Makes the catch. And in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Send right down the middle and good. And that cuts the lead to 7.
Score, Chiefs 17, Buccaneers 10.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. Making some progress here. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots in this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. They're going to pick up 12 yards on the play, Brock. That's going to set them up with a 1st down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
1st and 10 here for Mahomes. And he is dialed in 14 of 15 thus far. And this will wind up incomplete, so the failure to connect brings up second down. And he's the one who's already found the end zone twice already, Brock. Looking his way for a third time there before halftime.
And you know exactly what I love about that. Not the inefficiency, the incompletion. I love that they keep going back to him. Keep going back to him, keep going back to him, keep taking your shots.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Finds the in route, complete. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Here's Mahomes. He finds Worthy, complete. There's the tackle, but the damage already done. Give him about 23 on that play. And that's going to give the Chiefs a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Mahomes is set. Here's first and 10 as he approaches 200 yards passing in this opening half. Completed to his running back. He's going to be forced out there after a gain of about 14. And that earns Kansas City the first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
First and 10 here for Mahomes. And he's only missed once on this series. 4 of 5 throwing the ball. From the red zone on first. To the end zone, but incomplete. Took their shot there on first down, Brock. But don't come away with any points just yet.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
Mahomes throwing here on second. And they try him again, but this one is also incomplete. The defense stayed focused on him after that last play, Brock. There to break it up. It's third down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
This one's going to sail through the end zone as he just gets rid of it. That's going to bring up fourth down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
So on fourth down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Butker knocks it through, and that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Tucker now on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Felix and DK Uzama making the tackle that time.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9. at the 28-yard line.
So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a two-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Butker on now to kick this one away. Tucker now on the return. This makes it up to the 25. Tampa Bay sending its offense out to begin the third quarter. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Brock, trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. They're going to start the half with a give to Irving. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. On target to Godwin. And give him about 4. Nothing beyond the catch. And Hitt got there quickly.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Third down. They need 7. Now Mayfield. Jukes away from one. Manage about 9 before a stop is made. And that will set up a Bucks first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Baker is set, 1st and 10. Now 13 of 15 throwing the football. He has looked very good so far. He's going to throw this one. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Picked up a few on that first down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. Mayfield will look to throw. He's not going to get away from this. They're all over him. They drop him at the 33. And that's going to lead us to a 3rd and 13.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or 2.
And he's not going to make it. They stop him short. So expect a punt coming up here on 4th down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. Riley Dixon, the one to kick it away. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. First call here coming from the shotgun. Looking to throw Mahomes. Finds his man Rice. And his effort after the catch gets him up near that marker. Gain of 9, Brock. It's second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 24-yard line.
Running it now out of the gun. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to pull up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Motioning left is their running back. There he is on third and short. Firing quick, but he is still hit as he let that one go. Good work by the defender affecting that pass. That's going to bring around fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and incomplete.
The Chiefs looking to punt on fourth down, so on comes Matt Ariza to handle it. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. As the Buccaneers get back out there, there's a look at defensive coordinator of the Chiefs, Steve Spagnuolo. His 7 seasons in Kansas City featuring those 3 Super Bowl titles, and he's also won a title as a coordinator for the Giants. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. The give to Irving to start this drive. That played good for, looks like about 6. Second down upcoming.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Once again, Irving. And not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up third down.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Baker. It's complete. So this is Nguko. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Bucs have the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Baker is set 1st and 10. Still perfect since halftime, Brock. 5 for 5 passing. On the give, this is Irving. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground.
Even though we don't have mics in that huddle, I can imagine what's being said down there, Kate. It is keep feeding him. When you get positive yards and you start to run the ball and wear out your opponent, don't go away from it.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They think the handoff. Now it's Mayfield. This one finds Irving. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
to number 7.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Got the completion on the last play, but not the result they wanted, Brock. They've got to convert now on 3rd down. Throwing, Baker. It's a Bucca on the slant. And he gets home. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mecca and Bucca scoring from 46 out. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB,
Yeah.
and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there when you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
Laughlin with the extra points, and they trail by 3.
Chiefs 20, Buccaneers 17. Chase McLaughlin.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Mejia with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
And 7 at the 24-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll go with Walker on the counter. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That play made by Jacob Parrish.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
The Buccaneers go to the nickel. 3rd down. Here's Mahomes now. That's complete. Here's Thornton. Good work by this offense as they get about 20 on the play before the defense stops them. And it's going to be 1st down Chiefs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Mahomes is set. Here's 1st and 10. And he is close. He is right near 250 yards passing after that last play. Throwing from the gun. On target to Worthy. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
Looked like a first for a moment, but still a couple of inches left to go. 2nd down. Now an inside give to Walker. Touchdown, Kansas City!
Ken Walker, the ball carrier. Touchdown,
And that
Kansas City.
right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Butker to try the point after. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And that makes this a 10-point game.
27, Buccaneers 17.
Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Gainwell. Escapes a defender. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Buccaneers and Emeka Egbuka ready to get to work now. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Mayfield. And he will not find the connection on the other end there. Incompletion sets up 2nd down. Well, this just hasn't been the game they've wanted score-wise, Brock, and it has them as a result of that feeling like they've got to keep putting it up and taking chances here till the end.
And I'd say, Kate, right there, that was the kind of chance. When you get a one-on-one, you've got to find a way to win it, but this defense has been doing their job.
Irving here from the gun. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. Baker now. And he's going to be brought down back at the 13-yard line. Felix and DK Uzama. And now it is 4th and 17.
The ultimate team sport still has so many times games within the game, individual battles, and right now, they don't have an answer for this guy. It may be time to turn the line to Chip to find some way to protect the quarterback.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this 2nd half. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. To the air, Mahomes. Hits his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
1st down.
And I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still 1st down.
So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Back to throw, Mahomes. That's brought in. It's his back, Rashard Smith. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Chiefs football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. 5 still to go here. This is second down. Now a carry. It's Smith. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up third down.
Smith, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Throwing is Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
A gain of 15.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the
City.
chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Walker. I wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at second down.
On the tackle.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Mahomes. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10 here for Mahomes. And he's found his target all 4 passes so far on this drive. The give now to Walker. And he's going to be brought down a couple yards from the first down marker, 5 yards from the end zone. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Slot man's in motion right. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still 2nd down.
Ball's backed up, now they've got 2nd and 7. Now it's Mahomes. And this one's going to be forced out by the hit. Incomplete. They've been going his way all game, Brock. Defense is paying attention. Someone there to bring up 3rd down. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chiefs. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Butker to try the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And that makes this a 3-possession game.
Buccaneers 17.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Tucker now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And his effort after the catch gets him up near that marker. Gain of 9, Brock. It's 2nd down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Second down, here's Baker. It's a big strike downfield to Anguka. They get a lot out of this play, 21 yards before the tackle is finally made. And that is good for a Tampa Bay 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Here's Baker to throw. Right back to Abuka. That's caught. And he's going to be brought down right after making that catch. A good gain, but the tackle limits it to 9.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
Now Mayfield on 2nd down. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Baker is set, 1st and 10. And he's found his target all 4 passes so far on this drive. Still sticking with the passing game. To the outside, this is caught by Godwin. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he's going to dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton, 9 yards on the score. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. And lead now down to 10.
Makes the score, Chiefs 34, Buccaneers 24.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Remigio with the return. He dodged the tackle. And in the end, only able to get this up to his 25-yard line. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And the drive starts out small. Just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw Mahomes. Fits it through, but contact at the catch point forces that incompletion. Nearly had it over the middle. Instead, just 3rd down now.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And they get to him before he can get to the line. Defensive effort there, capping the gain to 5 yards. It's not enough. It is 4th down.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion left. Mayfield set to pass. And instead of a receiver, that one finds the ground. Incomplete. It's 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Baker. And this throw is going to be incomplete. 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Putting a receiver in motion. 3rd and long for him here. He's in trouble. He's not going to get away from this. They drop him at the 10. Felix Anudike-Uzomah. And that's going to bring up 4th and 19 now.
Just an incredible, incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. Desperation time here. Out left, and Otten makes the grab. And this one has no shot. They're on him quick, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Well, there was no way that defense was going to pass up on that opportunity. I dare to say that was the most energetic and frenzied we've seen them all game. I don't think they could believe the offense would go for it that deep in their own territory.
The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And he has done all that they've asked for him, shouldering the weight of this offense, got his 100-yard game. He's reached the end zone for him as well, Brock. Just really put together a performance he can be proud of. Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. Quick pass here into the hands of Rice. And that bounces out before anyone can make a recovery. They're going to have this one inside the 10. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You can almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
Walker on 1st down. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Mahomes now. The end zone, and this is going to be brought in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy, the 3rd time that he has brought in a score this week. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Butker to try the point after. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And that makes this a 3-possession game.
Buccaneers 24.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
For Kansas City.
On the return, here's Gainwell. Things going well so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Buccaneers and wide receiver Emeka Egbuka set to take over now. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Throwing, Baker. Now he takes it. He's going to be taken down. A gain of about 14 on the play. And that is good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Mayfield will look to throw. Jump off caught by his back. And he's going to be blocked down after reaching the 43.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. You try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their routes? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Picked up a few on that 1st down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. Baker now. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. Yet another highlight in a game with so many of them. And that will set up 1st and goal.
That's good.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal. Here's Baker. And he will dive in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield. He gets another here in the fourth. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now down to 10.
Chiefs 41, Buccaneers 31.
Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. It's Walker on the give. And he's going to manage 13 yards here before going down. That picks them up the first. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
You kind of just feel it, don't you? Trying to close out this game, just keep leaning on that somebody who has produced and made the most of every one of his touches throughout.
All set now, 1st and 10. Staying with Walker. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing is Mahomes. To the outside, catch made by Thornton. Out of bounds he goes, following a gain of about 11. And that's going to give the Chiefs a 1st down.
Gain of 11 on the play.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Thornton's the receiver in motion left. Walker now from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock's only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocks down that runner.
This is Walker on 2nd. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Chiefs with a 10-point advantage. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Running with Walker again. And they stop him after he picks up about 5. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
A 26-yard attempt.
Butker knocks it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
Tucker now on the return. Jukes away from one. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. Brought in left side by Godwin. And give him the 1st down here. Looks to be an even 20 on that play.
It's a gain of 20.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining. Long odds ahead of him. It's 1st and 10. He just keeps finding a Booker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Now here's Mayfield. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. The stop is made. Defense drives him out after a gain of about 13. And that will set up a Bucs 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Now Mayfield. And the rusher's going to win this rep. They get to him. And he's grew tranquil. And that will now make it 2nd and 20 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 20.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football.